Hi everyone, my name is Jess and today I'm going to talk about 6 sales phrases that you should stop using this year. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. It would help me out a lot, and I want you to know that the majority of you, around 90% of you, watch my content and don't subscribe. And what subscribing can do for me is help me build better content, give me feedback on which content is working and which ones you don't want to see again. So if you like this type of content, sales content especially, subscribe and let me know in the comments what else you want to see. So let's dive in. 6 phrases, catchphrases that you will not catch me using, or I shouldn't be using this year as a salesperson, because let me tell you, it does break some credibility during that sales cycle. So number 1 would be, I've heard this a few times this year, trust me, you're going to like this, or trust me, you need this product. Trust me, trust me, trust me. What you're needing to build as a sales account executive or any sort of salesperson is trust. And when you force those words like trust me, you're going to want to see this, it depends on the tone, but the majority of the time you don't need to say trust me, you're going to want to see this, because you're already in that that conversation. They're already trusting you to hear your opinion and to deploy this solution. I would just remove it completely altogether. It really is a filler word, if I'm going to be honest, and that might be a catchphrase as well, but get that out of your vocabulary. And that brings me to number 2, which is, to be honest, we don't do this, or to be honest, this solution will be A, B, and C. To be honest, this. I would get away from the words to be honest. It is a filler word. I hear a lot of salespeople use this, and it almost insinuates when you're saying, well, to be honest, what, the other times you were not that honest? Why just now to be honest? And that would be my number 2. Number 3 would be when I hear sales reps or even myself say, I think we can do this. Sometimes you'll hear this from engineers. When engineers get on the phone, they'll say, I believe we can, or I think we can. No one wants to buy a solution from someone that thinks this would be a good fit, that thinks this solution is going to work. They want an exact, yes, this is going to work because of A, B, and C. There's nothing worse than buying a solution where it doesn't work and then going back to the sales rep and say, oh yeah, I forgot you said I think it would work. I don't want to play think. I don't want to be part of the science experiment. Is this going to work or is it not? Just give me a definite yes or no. Not I think, not I believe. But a lot of salespeople use this terminology. Next question that I've heard, I think I was taught this about a decade in sales, to ask, well, are you the decision maker? Just get away from this question. Do not ask this question. Are you the decision maker? There's different ways to find out if the person you're talking to would be making the ultimate decision. But usually when this question is asked very aggressively by a salesperson, it doesn't go well. Quickly, it's going to make the other person feel very uncomfortable with that question, because if they're not the decision maker, then, oh no, it's my boss, or no, it has to go here. No, I'm not, but I'm the champion. And if they are the decision maker, then they'll simply say yes. There are other questions to say, does anybody else need to be involved in the process? Are we missing anybody that would benefit from this type of conversation? That's an easy way to ask. Are you the decision maker, or are there multiple champions? Ask that way, and you will win every single time. And if you take anything from today's video, that's a great point to start using this year in your sales conversations. Another thing, which would be number 5, is any sort of sales jargon, marketing jargon, internal acronyms. I've heard people say, well, I'm a senior ISR, or I'm a senior DC, SC. And some people don't care about titles or jargon. Some people say, different, edge. I'm in edge sales for Dell. Some people say a lot of edge terms, smart hands, smart fingers, brownfield. If you're not explaining what these are to the right people, it might go over their head. They probably won't stop you and ask you, well, what does that mean? They're just going to assume, and it could be wrong. So my suggestion is stay away from some of these industry jargon terms that are very filled with marketing and just get to the basic conversation. It is always the best approach there. And then lastly, I've heard this year multiple times, which is, we don't normally do this. We don't normally offer something like this. We don't normally go this low in pricing, but for you, we're gonna do it. I don't know. It doesn't sit right, human to human. If I'm like, hey guys, I don't normally make sales content, but for you, I'm gonna do it. Don't think, maybe that sounded great to you, but I don't think we need to be saying that to a customer. We can say that they're getting a great deal, but there's always a trade-off, right? Why am I getting a great deal? What's in it for the salesperson? What's in it for the corporation? I find when we're selling, we're creating a sort of partnership with that customer. And so my best approach is, when we're selling, hey, I don't normally do this. No. What I'm gonna do for you today is I'm gonna drop the price by this amount of dollars, but you're gonna, give me a marketing story, or you're gonna give me a use case, or you're gonna give me a white paper. I think that way we can find a great partnership that both of us benefit from, versus me not normally dropping the price significantly. So I would really take that away from your phrases. I'm sure there's a ton that we can come up with together that are not just these 6, but really the meat of it is stay away from some of these catchphrases and some of these phrases that we have as salespeople been conditioned to say. Some of the training that I've done has included this, but I would just really stay away from these types of words. And if there's something that I didn't mention that you also agree with or disagree, I love to read your comments. I read them all every single day. I look at new ones that are popping up, and I can't say more than enough. I am so blessed and so honored. I'm at 200 videos. I have been doing this for 4 years. Sorry, I was just coughing. I've been doing this for 4 years, and I have to say, I'm just so blessed and honored to do this with you, and you have been all super amazing. I always tell people, go on YouTube, because this is where the fun audience is, the engagement, and you make me better. So thank you for being here. Thanks for those 200 videos and watching them. Cannot wait to make much more. And guess what? I'll see you next week. Take care.